So, good morning. It's a fall day here, and this is Dr. Thomas, uh, a little spiritual wisdom and a channeled message. We've seen this a lot. You see this every day as you go along. We face challenges. We hear about things that are not always of the best interest of what we want to know, of what we want to see, of what we expect. But that's how it works. We're in transition. We're in change. And when in change and in transition, we must ourselves learn how to navigate that change and that transition. And it's funny, as I'm doing this, it's I myself am learning to navigate my own change and transitions. Even for me, it's a simple thing of keeping my eyes open. What are we talking about today? Let's start with the monkey in the room. We've said this before, we'll say this again now. We are going through a change that has happened, and it's been done at many other places and times. Years from now, your ancestors, you and your reincarnate, will look back and be in awe of what you accomplished today, of how you took us from one era to the next. And as you went from one to the next, there was still a resistance. People, humans, do not like change. Because the ego does not like change. The ego, which we've talked about before, the ego wants consistency, wants the known. Even if it is a bad known, it prefers the known over the unexpected. So it is only natural in a time of transition between two eras, between two time periods, when the world is shifting completely, that the resistance, that the ego will still want to stay in the old, with the karma, with the power, with the greed, with the things that are not love, with the fear-based, anxiety-ridden, worry-full time periods. We are telling you that is no longer valid. That is no longer here. Where you are moving to, where the earth has herself moved us to, because of what we have done in a beautiful way. Is making all of that obsolete, including the ego. We're moving to a soul, not driven, but a soul guided consciousness, where we are truly connected, body and soul, connected with God, the source, with whichever prophet you believe, because there are many. And that's another topic we're not going to get into. So you see a new conflict happening in the world today. Many of you listening, watching, believe in Jesus. He was here. He was a master. He was a teacher. Do you know what he taught on compassion? That we are all connected to the source, to the one. We are all connected. Compassion understands that we are connected. Compassion understands that what we witness for a reason, for our own personal growth. Compassion understands that we are all connected. What we witness has a reason for our own personal growth. What we witness is of the both sides. We don't just witness and judge. We witness and hold compassion for all involved. Because we are all connected through Source, through God, through Spirit, through whatever you want to call it. So those being antagonistic, those being hurt, they are all one and the same. And we show compassion. It does not mean we must agree, but we must understand our role. You have free choice to choose how you physically respond. But as the masters would say, find peace in yourself. You've witnessed this. Now find the peace for you. Observe what you see and respond with compassion. Hold a light in your heart and your space, a light of love. And only speak well of others. Because when you see this, and you understand you are part of Source, you understand that you are watching things for a reason, that you are experiencing things for a reason, whatever part you are in this, understanding that there's a lesson for you to understand that it all folds together with you in some way for your own growth, because you've witnessed, because you've seen. And in this time when the ego is resisting the change to a time of soul-guided love, what this is all saying is be like the masters and hold love for all. Love for yourself for witnessing. Love for those that are being hurt. Compassion and love for those that you feel might not be on the right. Because we are all connected. And here is the thing. Holding the love exponentially raises the earth's love vibration frequency. That itself, holding love with a mindfulness and a peace and a compassion, exponentially outweighs any opposite feelings in the world. We don't need the whole world to be in love to create this new era of consciousness. We need just a small fraction, less than the square root of 1% of the population. That is all you need. So you say, what can you do when you're seeing the news, which we don't recommend watching, but when you're seeing the news and you're hearing the stories of what's going on in the world? At the minimum, acknowledge, understand, and hold light for yourself and for the world. Because that is what the ego does not want. That is what the resistance does not want. They want you to see this and come into fear, to go into worry. We are saying we're not going to say those words again. Go into love. Go into mindfulness and be compassion. Love breeds exponential growth in love. Be love with compassion and mindfulness, thankfulness and understanding that we are all connected. And what you experience, you are experiencing because you need to for your own growth and subsequently the growth of humanity. Artemis with love and truth and light. We hold you in such high regard and are proud of where you've come from and who you have become. I laugh because I always look when it's typically 14 to 15 minutes when I'm done. Be in love. Carlos, thank you for joining this morning. I really appreciate your message. Love to you. Love to all. Have a wonderful day.